Well, the short version is you don't want to go there. The Bible describes it variously, but there is no question that Jesus is the one who teaches us to be afraid of hell. Listen to how he describes it. Matthew 8, verse 12. While the sons of the kingdom will be thrown into the outer darkness, in that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And when you think about darkness and gnashing of teeth, you actually have the picture of something of intense coldness, right? And loneliness, weeping, sorrow, regret. That's how he depicts hell in Matthew 8. In Matthew 13, verse 50, he says, and he will throw them into the fiery furnace. In that place, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So again, sorrow and unending sorrow, and fire here, and gnashing of teeth. It's almost like he's heaping up images to say it's worse than anything you could ever imagine. Similarly, Matthew 25, verse 41, he'll say to those on his left, depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Ooh, that's really important. If you check that out in Matthew 25, when he's speaking to the sheep, he says, come, enter the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. But when he sends the goats away, those who don't believe in him, he doesn't say, go and enter into the eternal fire prepared for you from the foundation of the world. He makes it clear, prepared for the devil and his angels. And that's implying that God doesn't want hell for any single human being. It was never created for us. It was created for them. But there are people, sadly, who will go there. And nowhere does Jesus unpack hell more profoundly than in Luke 16. Is this a parable, or is he talking about an instance that happened? Well, listen. There was a rich man who was clothed in purple and fine linen, and who feasted sumptuously every day. And at his gate there was laid a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who desired to be fed with what fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, even the dogs came and licked his sores. The poor man died and was carried by the angels to Abraham's side, bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in Hades, being in torment, he lifted up his eyes and saw far off Abraham and Lazarus at his side. And he called out, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus to dip the end of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am in anguish in this flame. But Abraham said, Child, remember that you in your lifetime received your good things, and Lazarus in like manner bad things. But now he is comforted here, and you are in anguish. And besides all this, between us and you, a great chasm has been fixed, in order that those who would pass from here to you may not be able, and none may cross from there to us. And he said, Then I beg you, Father, to send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brothers, so that he may warn them, lest they also come into this place of torment. But Abraham said, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. And he said, No, Father Abraham, but if someone goes to them from the dead, they will repent. And he said to him, If they do not hear Moses and the prophets, neither will they be convinced if someone should rise from the dead. Think about this story that Jesus tells here. Think about how hell is depicted. Did you see the most interesting thing? It's not that it's a place of torment. It's not that he describes being in flame. It's not that he describes an eternal thirst. I'm thirsting in this. No. He's all alone. Have you ever wondered when people say,
well, at least if I go to hell, I know I won't be alone. I'll have a lot of good company.
no. No. You want to know what I think is the most terrifying picture of hell? It's right here. It's being all alone forever. No touch of another human being. All on your own forever. Locked up into your own regrets and sorrows and fears. If that doesn't scare the hell out of you, I don't know what would. So, when the Bible talks about hell, especially when Jesus talks about it, he speaks of it as this place of absolute torment, and its opposite is heaven, where Lazarus is not alone, but together with the angels and Abraham, and indeed with all the saints. Heaven, together. Hell, alone. You don't want to go there. As C.S. Lewis once said, the gates of hell are barred from the inside. It's the shutting out of God and the shutting out of all other people. It's you yourself just for all eternity. Sad. Hey, you want to find out more about hell and how you really don't want to go there and why you really do want to enjoy the kingdom of heaven? Well, go check out my show on Luke 16 at thewordendures.org.